For joining us for another episode of Divine Panther Presents. So today we shall be discussing The Shy as we talk about season 7, episode 7. I like the symmetry in that. Big reveal for a very historic day one character, so we'll get into that and some of the other foolishness that happens. Who's the random child in Emmett's house? Now I know the answer to that question. It was kind of irritating me. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video and comment on the video. Just listen to the intro. I say all this in the intro.
Oh wait! I got to do it now. Wait! This is gonna be funny. Wait! You ready? Wait. I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Yes. I was wrong. Jamal is alive and well, apparently.
I said it.
And the comments too. Comments did too. And Jada is up out of here. Yeah. That should have been the focal point of this episode. That should have been the focal point of this episode. And I was really irritated.
I think she's gonna get her own episode because she's a character, a day one character. So she'll get her own episode for sure. We have to say goodbye to her.
What's up? Brillo's here? What do you mean, what's up, Brillo? Brillo's here. What's good?
Yeah, I didn't see him in there, but okay.
Yeah, DeMarcus, Brillo's here. She should have been this episode though. They spent the least amount of time on the most important storyline of this episode, of this season, really so far.
But that I believe that's because it's coming. You gotta tell Darnell, right? You gotta have him break down, which I actually thought that was a beautiful scene between those two actors. That was a really nice scene. And then they're gonna give her and Darnell I would say the majority of the episode is gonna be theirs. Because she has to get sick rapidly, right? Yeah. So it's coming. So she'll get sick rapidly. And then because she actually went to the doctor because she wasn't feeling good, right? So people with cancer, they have to go to the doctor, especially if they can't shake something within like a week or two, they got to go, see what's going on.
So, okay. So let's first part, her finding out, right?
Yeah.
The very next scene should have been, I'm telling my husband. It makes no sense that she goes days of setting up Darnell's birthday party. That irritate, like storytelling wise, it should have been her telling him consoling her. Like she's the one. I understand that you want to show that she's this strong black woman thing. We've done it. We've done it with Jada. Like she had to take care of Emmett when she got sick. We already did this. Like it needs to be her men in her life taking care of her. And how do you tell grandma that? How you tell the grandkids that grandma's dying? Like this should have been all the kids. That's what this should have been. Like that, and it may come later.
It is coming later. I'm sure. I'm actually positive it's coming later. Is that they didn't do it this time right now. They got Darnell out the way. It was his birthday. I wouldn't ruin someone's birthday either. I would not have told him on his birthday. I would have made the plans and made it as nice as she made it for him. And then she later on sat him down and told him, why ruin his birthday? She had planned this in advance for him. It made sense to me.
All right, I again, we've already did the whole her being strong.
This is the thing, David. The news is not going to change, right? So it's like she could tell him today, she could tell him tomorrow, right, or she could tell him on his birth, right? I mean, it's okay. It's not going to change.
Then you tell Emmett. You tell someone. Where's Tracy at? Her other friends are gone. Dre is gone. The Kevin's mom is gone. Like there's no one left to be that mature friend that's been there since season 1, episode 1, to be like, girl, like this is happening again. Like,
but how do we know that they're not coming? It's not like these people been killed off. Like you can still have her best friends come, which I feel like that's what they're gonna do. If they can get those two women to come back Dre and Nina to come back to say goodbye with Tracy to their best friend, I believe that they will.
Also,
only because right now it seems like they're bringing back old characters and trying to make them new, right? So we got Reg, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's gonna happen. So
all right. So okay, I time spent on other silly shit in this episode. Jada could have got a little bit more screen time. We spent more time on Jamal really being in a coma, but not being in a coma. And I'm like, why the fuck? She didn't want to ruin his birthday. Didn't want to ruin it. Also, his birthday took like 3 days. Like this was a lot of time because I thought the first day was his birthday. He was like, hey dad, what are we doing? In fact, when they were smoking weed, I thought that was his birthday. It is because it was like, hey, we're getting high together, we're drinking together. So I thought that was his birthday. Then they
no,
went
that was the man meet. That was the weekly man meeting they have.
No. I'm talking about Jada and Darnell were getting high together.
Okay.
And I thought that day was his birthday. And then it's like, and I was confused. I was like, is this all happening in one day? Because I'm like, because then it turned into the skating ring. Like his birthday took a week. Like, of all the different, I was like, it's a lot of right. It was like a lot of things happening, but to be like finally ending with his we're planning his birthday. This is your, if they would have said birthday week, then this would have made more sense. That why planning. And anyway, I hope you're right. I hope you're right that they do the character right. That the old characters come back to be there for her. Tracy
it's just like what they did with Ronnie. Remember, Ronnie got his own.
And his grandmother.
They did that with the grandmother.
And the grandmother.
Right. So, and these are pivotal characters because they were from the very, very beginning. And they deserved a goodbye. And she gave them, Lena gave them really good goodbyes, right? I mean, Ronnie, we knew Ronnie he was almost there. He almost made it. And then he died, right? Jabari killed him. And then the grandmother, she took us all throughout her career as a bar owner, as a entertaining singer, all of that. And then she passed, and that was done. I still think both of those were done. I loved them. I thought they were really well acted, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yeah. So I believe Lena she's got it for Jada. It's coming for Jada because Jada's been a day one. So.
All right, and then can't wait to hear your perspective on this episode. It was a lot. Alicia could be manipulating Tiffany to deal with Victor/Trey to get rid of Nuck.
True.
I thought about this, and I was like, Tiffany continues to be trifling. Like, I don't know. Again, it's all writing. She's not a real person, and I get that. So it's more like writing. Like, why do you continue to make her this type of trifling? Like. She's made no effort to see EJ, not even ask about him or give a fuck. She has 2 men that she knows both want to fuck her. Putting together the crib for her dead man's kid, and one of them killed him. She don't know that. But she has to know. She has to know. She knows both these men will try to get her draws. And they're just like, hey, baby, can I do this for you? And I'm
but she knows it. She knows. That's the thing. Women like that. Especially she's pregnant and these men are after her. Come on.
That is dangerous. That is dangerous with a guy like Nuck. Like of all the men, right? I'm like, he should have killed Vic by now. Being the man that he is, right? He would have been like, you're competition. And I don't stand for that. Like I'm the fact that he hasn't tried to kill him by now doesn't make a lot. And then he tried to kill him, right? Didn't Victor go after Nuck? I thought for something. I get mixed up.
No, I don't think. No, I don't think he did. Did he?
He went out. Who did?
Victor. DeMarcus knows.
Victor beat up somebody to protect Jake. Yes, he did. It wasn't Nuck, but he went to that place and whoops Zay. I think it was Zay. He beat up Zay. Early this season. But anyway, Nuck should have killed Vic by now. At least made an effort. I feel.
To kill Victor?
Yes.
I don't think he hates Victor that much. I think he hates Reg more.
It's not about hate. It's just the fact that I'm trying to get with Tiffany and you're standing in my way. The man shot a man over a chain. He don't need a lot of reasons. But if he's like, And then we talked about how is it that no one can come up with the logical conclusion that Nuck had something to do with Rob's death.
I think the only one that believes that is Alicia. What's her name? Alicia. Yeah, I think she does in her heart of hearts believe it, because when he said that he didn't have anything to do with it, the look on her face was like he's lying. But
she's made no effort, and she's focused on Reg right now, and that doesn't make
okay. Yeah, I don't get. Okay, so what is that? I'm confused on that whole thing. So if she feels like it's Nuck, and she's upset about Nuck even being in the house, why are you shot at Reg trying to kill him, even though you know Reg had nothing to, Reg wasn't even around when your son died. So I'm not understanding why she wants the judge to put Reg in jail. What does this do? Does it isolate to Victor? I mean, no. It really doesn't. So what?
It's like, again, she heard a random statement that Zay from Nuck, as we know, episode 1, Nuck, the man who I love. Wait a minute, hold up. We gotta get back to the best scene was Tiffany telling Alicia, you talk too much. I bet you the reason why Nuck was able to kill Duda before you because you talk too much. And that's exactly what happened. And I love the fact that she wasn't even there. She knew it. And she was like, I had something get off my chest. I was like, hilarious. Hilarious. So I think that I want to give the writers a one for that. But it was Nuck with a gun pointed to his head saying, oh, it was Zay. And she immediately goes and kills this dude.
Yeah.
Bakari randomly says, oh yeah, I think they said Reg has something to do with it. She immediately goes and tries to kill Reg. She don't verify nothing. She goes to
she's a loose cannon. She's just a loose cannon.
But you don't kill Nuck, who you know, if he did, let's say somehow you think he had nothing to do with killing Rob, which doesn't make a lot of sense, right? He killed Duda. He must be the head of the 63rd Street mob. Therefore, if you're really trying to keep the streets safe, you get rid of Nuck, like at minimum, just to save the kid, the black man from themselves, type of thing. Like, but even Jake and all them are like, I wonder who killed Rob. I just don't know. Like, Nuck, damn it! Like, how are you not seeing this? Like, no one has been like, maybe we should look into Nuck. And then Tiffany to be like, I don't believe that Zay did it. I'm feeling like that could be.
Yeah. When she said it to Nuck, and I was like, so what? That's what I don't get. I'm like, okay, Tiffany feels like it's Nuck. Alicia feels like she's not sure. Could be Nuck. Could be, but she ended up killing Zay. So why are we doing this? Like, what is the end goal here? And now you tried to kill Reg. I'm not getting what this is about. To me, I feel like you're trying to just keep Reg relevant for some reason. Don't get me wrong. The actor is brilliant. I don't have any problem with the actor. I have a problem with how they're making this character, what they're turning him into. Like,
he is 100% trash now. He is living off Jake.
Well, he always was trash in my opinion. But
he was a monster, but he was at least in charge. In season 1 and 2, he was running the mob. Like, he had influence. Like, he was trying to bring Jake up in the world, which is terrible, but he had a presence on the street and he was someone. He's completely living off Jake right now. Completely. Yeah. Even when he needs protection from the mob, he asks his little brother to go to the mob and tell them to look out for him. But Nuck, you just went up against Nuck and said, I'm going to take you out. And then Nuck doesn't say, I need to kill Reg. Like, this doesn't make sense that he's like, if Reg needs something, he really needs to talk to me. I thought y'all were beefing. Like, this man threatened you. You killed Rob for far less.
Right.
This doesn't make sense. Like,
it's like it can't be two cooks in the kitchen. Right? And Nuck knows that. So, but why not kill Reg, or vice versa? Why not Reg kill Nuck, and everybody will follow Reg again, and he'll become the leader again? Why can't we just move this along. Like
that's where we should be at. Red should have got a crew by now of people who don't like Nuck, which shouldn't be that hard to find because he's murdering his employees on a regular basis.
Exactly.
And be like, now we have two warring factions. And then Alicia, who's supposed to be some type of criminal boss or some bullshit with no one but Shad, you know, like, where's her crew? And like, we could have a triangle thing going on right here. And none of this is happening. Alicia, Reg, Nuck be selling wolf tickets. Ain't none of them stood on business yet. Well, okay. Alicia has tried. She killed Zay.
A loose cannon. Like she's just shooting people just to shoot people. Like, what are you doing? Like,
yes. So we said Alicia has killed people. Reg has done nothing real but beat up Jake and stole and robbed some ATMs. Nuck is killing people left and right, but not the people he needs to be killing, you know, like Reg and Alicia. So between the three of them, they're not doing what they need to do to each other to move any of this along in sense. Because so Alicia and Reg should team up against their common enemy, which is Nuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's where this needs to be going. Alicia should be like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That would make more sense. And let Shad go. Like, he is not the one.
I think she did let him go when he told her that Reg was his friend, and he was like, Shad was like, I'm sick of this shit, and he left. So I believe Shad is done with her.
She's done with him. He's done with her, yes. He's done with her, yes. But I did like the fact, was she trying to get the dick before he left? Was that what she was?
She was. I feel like she was trying to charm him, seduce him.
Just a little bit. And he was like, no, girl. I was like, I can't. It's too old anyway. I don't care if Jada dies. To be honest, I want to see Emmett. We talked about this when she got cancer the first time. Like, Emmett broke down as the child that he is. But then, like, he tried as best as he could. He tried making an effort to take care of her. But in the end, he's Emmett, and she ended up taking care of him. And that's why I saw in the Darnell scene. And I'm like, why do we keep on doing this? Where like the men have to be carried by these women. Like time and time.
To be honest with you, it's just what we do as Black women. I mean, this is not a lie. It's what we do. We've been doing it for centuries. We carry men, we carry the children, we carry everybody. This is what we do.
Reg is the true Mr. Steal your. Oh yeah, thank you, DeMarcus. Thank you, DeMarcus.
Oh my gosh, what is that about too? Okay, DeMarcus, let's talk about that. What is this about? Okay, look, I'm not saying that the dude is ugly. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, how is it that he's the one that's like taking all the women? What? Reg?
So again, in context. Didn't take anything. Last week, Jake's hoe came over and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck your brother." Like it wasn't that hard. Even in this episode, I can't think of that actress's name. I know she's
David. That young lady has been around.
Yes,
since she was little bitty.
Yes,
she does not age. She's probably like 59 years old. She is beautiful.
Probably in her 40s. Let's say late 30s.
You know what I mean? Like she has never aged. I'm like, this young lady has the best genes out there. They need to bottle her genes and sell it. She's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous, but I'm like, but like she is. I guess I'm saying she's too. I feel like she's too good for this bullshit. Like, why would you play a character who was like, Dante, you fucked my sister last night, so that's why we sitting here. Now, again, if we're doing shit like this, let's get back to Jada and her cancer. Like, I don't need this shit. Like, none of this progressed anything in the storyline.
No,
I'm like, so why are we doing this bullshit? We got much bigger fish to fry.
Because so remember, they got rid of like a whole handful of like other people, right, that are on the show, right? So they got rid of a bunch of people, and now they're trying to fill those holes with these storylines that no one care. I could care less who Reg is sleeping with. I want Jake to put a bullet in his brother Reg.
Yes,
that's all I want.
Yeah, like what I'm saying again, when you introduce a serious situation like a major character has cancer is irreversible,
right?
You got other things to talk about. Like that's all I'm saying. Anyway, Reg and Dante shouldn't even know each other yet. I Okay, I like Reg. So like Dante, yeah, you're right. I don't know why they're so good friends. Like, well, Papa invited him over to do the ceremony, so I guess Papa is the. Also, Jake and Papa. Papa should not be on this show anymore at all. Like, I mean, Jake, yeah, Papa, because clearly he and Jake aren't friends. Like, clearly he's having his own storyline.
The glue that held them together was Kevin, and Kevin's gone.
And that should be part of the story where Papa's like, Jake, what happened to us? Like, and we can say, no, man, without Kevin, it's just not the same. Like, that's a storyline to be like, we have to move on and do something different, right? Like, we're not the same men that we were when we first, right? Like, that's an interesting storyline. Why did Alicia have Nuck in the house in the first place? So again, you're absolutely right about that, especially when she told. And now she's okay with Tiffany giving up the draws to Victor. I guess she's like, well, at least it's not Nuck. I guess
she's cool with it being Victor, and I'm like, you know, these men are like, what? And then again, I don't even know what I was about to say. Does she know that they're thugs? But I mean, her brother was a thug.
Also,
she's a thuggerette or whatever you want to call her. I mean. Like
the point is that's not the problem. Like, one, I thought she was like, again, you're carrying my grandchild. I don't need any man up inside you at this moment.
Right.
And I like the fact that she's like, don't give me this bullshit, Tiffany, that you're not looking for a man. You know, when you got not one, but two of them, it don't take two men to put together, you know, a career. Yes, you know what I'm saying? So who showed up first? And then, because I would have been like, you busy, obviously. You don't need my help. And then I would have left. Mm-hmm. Like, the fact that whichever man decided to continue to stay is a problem. Like this, like also. So remember, we had Tracy sitting up there with Dre and Keith, right? Mm-hmm. And now you got Tiffany with her two men, right? Yeah. And I was like, somebody needs to get tag team. Like I was just like, let's just get this thing going, because like I was, and then especially with Reg, Candace, and Dante. I just knew Candace was gonna be like, well, we don't have to decide. I don't have to decide. Let's just make this a thing. I thought that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And then like that, I'm like, but why are we doing this?
Why do we have Lala and Jamal? They're just filler.
It's like again a whole other show going on. And so you know, we got the big wars with Lynae Wade. I'm trying to DM.
You know, we got the beat.
Black men, white women, white men, white
wars with Lynae Wade.
I'm trying to. Is that what that is? I don't know. I need black men, black women. Okay, so we talking. Okay, so are we talking about like Ezekiel situation?
Yeah, we're talking about the fact that she's putting in a black character who's dating a white woman. Is that something that she does often? Like,
I don't know. Like, why is this fucking even a thing? Like, this is some silly shit, because now we find out that Ezekiel was on his second first lady, which
I had no idea until today. I was like, what?
And I don't give a fuck. Like
no, they're gonna bring her out. Watch.
Now she was fucking Jake. So let I'm trying to.
Wasn't that the second wife?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the one on camera, like the one we saw was the second one. But my point is, sex, like scandals in the church should be first lady is fucking teenagers in the church. Like, that should be bigger than I moved on and found someone else that makes me happy. And oh my God, she's white. So all of a sudden the church is going to shut down. Like, I'm like, how is, and then Papa's comments are being affected. Who gives a fuck about Papa's pulpit? No one gives a fuck about Papa's pulpit. Even Papa. What's the last time he's been on the pulpit?
And I have a question too. So is that the same daughter from when we first met the first time we did this whole church thing?
Yes.
Isn't her father invested in that church, and that's how it was built, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't, again, so not, they made it seem like, yes, the bigger white church had some kind of relation, was some kind, it was kind of benefactor, right? But now they're trying to act like that church invested into that church, which again, that's a different storyline. We should have the father coming in to be like, race aside, you ain't gonna be fucking my daughter, you know, and then bringing her out here like that. That's a different story. And I can understand, like, I'm gonna start pulling funding from your church, that sort of thing. Like, I could understand that being something. But again, what happened to them trying to buy Papa's Mama's church? What?
I know what yeah, it was like they just completely forgot.
Like that was like 2 episodes ago. Like
exactly, yeah.
Like what? Like they don't know. Anyway, so Damian created another problem with Reg, especially with the gambling. Emmett still don't know that Reg is still alive. However, we'll find out because of Emmett. So Damian, all right, so Damian irritated. This whole storyline is getting on my fucking nerves because Keith should kill Damian. That's how this should happen, because Keith went to jail because of Damian. Right. Now he lost his job because of Damian.
Yeah.
He should kill Damian. Like that, because Damian's unnecessary to begin with. So this would be a good way for him to go.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do love Jackie Long, right? But it seems like every show that he's ever on, he's always the dude that's just barely hanging on, right, to the star of the show, right? He's like always like that best friend or whatever, and he's always like a hanger-oner. He's never like the actual star of a show or whatever. Right. And so he's not always that relevant. And I'm like, I feel kind of bad for the dude. I'm like, when are you gonna land on a show
and be something that's like
that your character means something? Like,
and then you get punked out by Hannibal. Like, Hannibal is not the guy. Like, I was like, that alone tells you who Damian is, because Hannibal is truly a nice guy. Like, I mean,
that's another character they brought back, an older character, Brandon's cousin.
Yes.
And they're trying to make him something.
Yes.
And I'm like, why?
What? I'm like, what are we trying? And then also now they're pushing mushrooms. First it was weeds. First it was weeds, and now it's like mushroom is the new hotness. So now they want you to know that if you want to get high and feel yourself, mushrooms is where it's at. I'm like, Lynae Wade, I would love to see her houses on a daily basis. What's up with all this Lynae attitude? Lynae always being angry. Yeah.
She's always been that way though.
Yeah. But you got to remember how she was introduced. So again, we met her during the George Floyd season, where again, she was staying with her brother Jamal and his girlfriend, who was basically doing OnlyFans or something to that nature.
Yeah.
Jamal was at least verbally abusing this woman, at least. Mm-hmm. Then he killed her brother, who came to try to defend her. Yes. And then so then Lynae was already in a toxic environment, you know what I'm saying? No parents, no brother. Then she got adopted and she's going through some shit. But like, yeah, she's always, don't be mad at Dominique. Dominique should also, I'm sorry, I don't call. She's grown. She is an adult. There is no taking care of her. Like, she is grown. Like,
she's not 18 yet thoh, right?
Yes, she is.
Is she? Okay,
just like taking the crew, just like, and also, Bakari left her, and I'm glad that they brought that up. Like Bakari left her and was like, he chose the streets over her. So he's like, "Oh, you mad at that, or are you gonna find out I'm the one that got your brother shot, or like where this is going?" And she's like, "Can I be? No, it was that or." Your brother being shot. It's like, can I be mad at both? She got a lot of shit going on, but Dominique is not the one to take your frustrations out on. Like, she's trying to be good to you. And what the fuck are you doing on any kind of daily basis? I'm assuming you're going to school. But the fact Bakari got her brother shot, that needs to come out. That needs to come
out. Bakari, I think that they're gonna latch onto that storyline. Yeah.
And I want to see if Lynae steps up somehow. Damian is so. They keep on bringing up this nail polish bullshit, and I'm like, are we gonna get to? Is he gonna take a penis at some point?
Well, like, is that why anybody care? You know, there's a lot of straight men who wear nail polish. This is not like a big deal. Men have been getting manicures for years, and the first time they start adding black nail polish, you know who? I mean, there's a lot of men who wear that. Who cares?
Yeah,
Like,
so there's a difference. This is a good conversation. So when growing up, my brother and my dad said they would get their nail like manicures, right?
mhm.
And I was like, huh? And they said I would get clear. My brother did it because
Yeah,
my
clear.
dad did
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
But it would be clear, right?
Mhm, mhm.
And even at 16, 17, I was like, I got limits. I got limits. Like, so there's one thing with like medical, like just getting your nails cleaned up so it looks fine. So you don't hurt your girlfriend or whatever. Right? I get
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
Even the clear polish, I will allow that. But when you start getting designs and shit, like he's at the design level. When you at the design level, you probably take a penis. Like there's
What
nothing
do you
wrong
mean
with
design? It was just black nail polish.
it was design. He had this like it was like sometimes it wasn't just all black. It had like some kind of little design, but like that's a different level. And he said he's eclectic. What I'm saying is, why do we keep on doing this shit? That's what I'm saying. Like this needs to go somewhere or shut the fuck up about it. Like I'm not sure what we're trying to achieve. Like we get it.
I don't know either.
That's
If
what
if he takes penises, I don't care. I
Right.
don't. This really has no bearing on the story. They just let him die because he owed people money because he's a
Yes.
gambler.
Yes, the gambling got him, and he's just another statistic of a black
That's
man
it.
in Chicago, and just move on. Like this is necessary. I had higher hopes for the Damian character, but yeah, he just needs to get a hook on his gambling addiction. I hate the fact that they dropped his. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know again what we're trying to achieve with this fucking character. Like it doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's not. Speaking, well, I'll say, remember Victor's like gay campaign manager that just
Yes, yes.
disappeared? Like, also again, where's Tracy? Seriously, what the fuck?
Wasn't Tracy in the last episode? I thought she was.
No, she was not actually. She just stopped. It's like Dominique, like she just stopped showing up, and no, Jada finds.
She at the baby shower. She was at the baby shower.
That was not the last episode. Last episode was the hot day. Last episode was the do the right thing inspired episode, and she wasn't.
That's right. You're right. You're right. Yep.
So I'm like, my point is, a gay gambler. It still rhymes. My point is like, Jada finds out her cancer thing. She doesn't want to tell her husband. Fine. You call Tracy, right? Like she's still in the show, right? Girl, I got something to tell you. Some like, and like let her be there. So now she's relevant, like she's brought in, right? Like, how do I do it? I don't want to mess with Darnell's party. I need something else to think about, right? Acknowledge it, and then we know like what else is going on. That's all I'm saying. Like, like how am I gonna tell Emmett he was there the last time? Like da, and then we can kind of move on with that. I just thought that would be especially she's the only character left. Right? I don't get that either. Okay, we gotta put this together. So when they was smoking tree, it was his morning. It was like she ended up going to the doctor right later on that day, and then his birthday and skating rink. Like that's all. But several things happened. Like it was like several days took place, and I'm like, how is time working in this fucking show? I was like, because right, I mean, there was the hospital thing with Jamal. Then like Alicia went up there and paid for the hospital bills. You had Lynae talking to Dominique at the house. Like there was a lot of shit going on. I'm like, this all can't be the same day. You got Emmett. I'm gonna wait till the end of this episode before I shit on Emmett, but fuck this character. Like it's like they find new ways to show what a shitty father he is and how selfish he is, but. Before God, I hate.
But they also use it to show how soft Keisha is. Like with Emmett, like okay, 1 minute she's all upset. You need to help me more. If she says one more time, you need to help me more around the house, I'm gonna chop her in the throat. Stop saying the same thing over and over and over. Emmett he has to figure it out. If he doesn't want to help you in the house, either you make a decision. You're not married to Emmett. You can move to your own place, or you can choose to stay with this man. Okay. You knew Emmett was not a hands-on person when you first got with him, right? Yeah. So why are you now all of a sudden like Emmett? I need to help. Emmett this. Emmett. It's like, why do you? The thing is that when people show you who they are, believe them. And Emmett shows her over and over who he is. He's been this person. You've known Emmett most of his life. So now all of a sudden, Emmett, you need to help me more. Emmett, you've been saying this for the last 4 seasons, and Emmett has still remained exactly the same person. But what do? You give in again, and you say, "I love you, Emmett. Let's go to the hotel and go ahead and do our thing."
What? Hey, wait, okay. Felicia Rashad character Renee will be in next week's episode with Kenya. So Kenya is okay. The only reason Kenya needs to return is that she's going to reveal to Papa finally that Zay right told her right what really happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason we need to see her again. The old security mom isn't the same members from season B. So you're right though, but like I said, the original had that old G gangster in the basement of the prison. They haven't brought back. They also were doing the real estate deal with their, which was a great storyline that they just said fuck it. Also, Toussaint. So Alicia tells Garner's wife, probably Miss Garner, therefore, like, hey, I need to get Reg off the streets because I heard something. She, of all the cops, somehow she knows Toussaint. And it's like, hey, if you can get Reg to me alive, I will make sure he goes to jail and I'll get your son out. Why is this an undercover deal? Like, Reg was robbing ATMs. Like, you don't have to frame him for shit. Like, you got him on camera.
But why is that? Why does Reg need to go to jail?
No, I mean, you're right.
Does he need to go to jail so she can have him killed in jail? Like, I don't understand the logic.
Yes. If you are a gangster murderer who drives around Chicago randomly shooting people, you don't need him to go to jail, right? You can just kill him like you did Zay. But again, Toussaint shouldn't need extra underhanded motivation.
No, she doesn't, because he's an ATM thief.
Right, we got to have a right, so I'm just gonna arrest him anyway. And then and I don't understand how else that's. I even forgot why her son was in the jail anyway, and so it doesn't make sense that him going to jail for framing what like what, I mean, tell them about the ATMs, man. We're already investigating. And Jake, this is where Jake should also be on the list of being like, and then this is where Victor kills Reg because Reg is leading Jake down the wrong path and beating him, and it's like he still looks like a bitch. Like when Jake came back home and was like, and Reg was like, "Oh my god, you're gonna run away from me?" Like he was like, "I'm sorry, baby." Like he looked like a spouse. I'm sorry to say, he looked like a spouse coming.
He did,
right?
Yes,
especially with the
like,
hair.
really, and he really is. That's the only person he has. So that's the only place he has to hang his hat. I mean, nobody else wants to deal with Reg. I mean, Victor doesn't even want him in his house.
No.
I'm like, Jake should pretty much. I would put Reg out. I mean, even though I'm the younger, child or whatever, and this is my older brother, Reg is disrespectful. Oh my god, he's horrible.
Like, why is he here? At least Nuck has personality. At least Nuck has more. Also, real quick. When Pastor Ezekiel and Nuck were like consoling each other of like, you need to tell the truth. You need to tell the truth, right? Mm-hmm. It would have been a touching moment if it wasn't for the fact that Ezekiel is required Nuck to pay $2,000 every time he gives him counsel. Like, I was like, are you gonna give him $2,000 for this when you're helping him? Well, he's like, man, what am I supposed to do with this white girl? Just be honest, bro. How about you and Tiffany? I'm just gonna tell her that I killed her baby daddy. I feel like that's how we build this relationship. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, that's how much of a psychopath he is. That he's like, maybe if I just tell her I murdered her baby daddy, and I didn't know she was pregnant at the time, she will understand, and then we can move forward. Like,
that whole scene was ridiculous. So you're going to this pastor for counseling, and in turn, he's asking you for counseling advice, and what? But only one of y'all is paying for it.
Right, like he should have handed them the $2. I would have loved after all of that. He goes, you know what? Thank you, Pastor. I'm gonna take your advice, and I'm gonna take yours, Nuck. Can I get my money though? Here you go, bro. Here's your $2,000. Thank you. That would have just one that would tie the storyline together. I would have been like hilarious. Dante actually got his karma when Reg hit on Candace when Dante was smashing Tiffany while Tiffany was with Emmett. I guess, but I mean Dante didn't really give a fuck. I wouldn't
Yeah,
throw
Dante
that.
just wanted to smash Tiffany because remember when she tried to be his girlfriend and
Yeah.
Dante was like, "You can stay here and all that," but no, I can't know.
Yeah, he don't.
He does not want to commit to anyone.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see Candace again. I mean, she's beautiful. I just Reg is a piece of shit. It just don't need to be here
I think
anymore.
there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason why she's there.
Okay, I was speaking about the tension between all black men and black women in the dialogue. Emmett, Keisha, for example. I wouldn't. So I wouldn't. I think that's a different problem with this show. Is that like Emmett is a piece of shit. Like this, just as a man, as
If
a
you guys
father.
didn't know, David thinks what Emmett is a piece of shit.
Like let me. So because again, what you saw. Keisha has brought her again. We said this plenty of time. Keisha has maybe because she didn't have a daddy in her life because she didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe this is why look at her track record. You had Emmett, you had her coach, her track coach, you had fucking Nuck, like and then she got assaulted. That's a whole other thing, and that's not her choice. But she has repeatedly picked bad men. She had Christian, who was a good man. She said, fuck all that. I'm going back to Emmett. But to Kim's point, you knew who you got with. This man didn't take care of his 3 baby mamas or any of those kids. And now all of a sudden you expect him to be a father now. Keisha's sitting at home being a housewife. Emmett tells her, I can't help take care of my kids. I do mean mine because Dante, that's why I wanted to bring. How many times, Kim, have I been like, who's that third kid? Who's that third? It's Dante. It's Dante, which is Shay's kid, his first baby mama. That's his oldest child. Never got any screen time. Don't know who the fuck this kid was. Only because Keisha called Dolly, whoever the fuck Dolly is, that I'm like, oh, it's Dante. That's who that kid is.
I had no idea.
Fuck Emmett. So one, after going back to the Mother's Day episode, remember? Emmett got mad that Shay said, I'm moving to Philadelphia with my mom. Yes. You're trying to take my son from me, right? Your son is living with you, you piece of shit, and you've made no effort to spend time with this child. Or your other son. He didn't take him on the boat at all, right? That was a family moment you could have had with your sons. Even this episode, if your girlfriend is overwhelmed because she's trying to take care of 3 kids, 2 kids are yours, not her. Take the kids. I'm going to take the kids. I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to go hang out with my dad since that's his birthday this week. And you can have some time with yourself and be yourself. No, he sends the kids away to someone else. And she's like, so we can fuck basically. And she's like, thank you. Thank you, Emmett. Thank you for sending the kids away. You want these draws? That's how I ended up pregnant with your child. You want these draws now? I was like, God damn it. Like, God.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Keisha's character is, oh my God, terrible.
Damn it. I'm sorry, Emmett. I'll try. I'll try to do better. I'll try to prioritize us. And by that I mean your dick. Why can't you help take care of your kids? I'm too busy running Smokies. No, Damian is running Smokies and he's robbing you.
Yeah.
So you're not actually running Smokies.
Right.
Dominique should be running Smokies because she's the chef. Yep. And she's not even a manager. You got your brother, your gambling addicted brother.
But when is that last time we actually saw Lala in that kitchen?
So
last time was when she was with Jamal. I believe they were having sex in the kitchen.
Which also
That's
never got
not sanitary, but okay.
Which also never got addressed. But I'm like, I'm saying like this doesn't make sense. Like if Lala, it's like she's a special guest on the show, so she comes in and out, whatever. But like she is the restaurant once she was like a recurring character on the show. And if you're gonna make Emmett the hardworking father trying to provide for his children, so I can't be provider and parent, and that's a very hard, especially for a man, traditionally, right? show him being the provider, showing him at work, dealing with the people, right? And he's calling home, and that's something. That's something. And I can be like, okay, Emmett, I understand why you're kind of a piece of shit because you're too busy trying to provide for your kids. Where's that fourth kid? I don't even know the third kid's name. Like, where he got Dante. I don't know the other kid's name. Y'all usually know.
Yes,
So
EJ and Dante. I don't know what the other kid name is.
I can if they lined up all those kids, I still wouldn't be like, who's Dante? I don't
Oh, just like I found, I know it's a different show, but BMF, Meech has 3 kids. He doesn't only have little Meech. He has 2 daughters.
In the show or in real life?
In real life.
Oh, so remember, I gave up on his kid.
Well, remember when we had Soraya on there as one of Meech's?
Yes.
That's based on truth. And then we also had what's her name? The rapper, the one that was with Lamar.
Cash Doll.
Yeah, that was his other baby mama. And so he actually has 3 baby mamas.
And none of this is being addressed on that show. Just to be like, damn it. At least Terry, they acknowledge Terry's kids because they acknowledge the baby mama.
Yeah.
so
that's only the oldest child. His oldest son is the one they're acknowledging.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's insane. Alicia can't be this smart and naive. How is Reg responsible for Rob's death? Jake getting little bro bad is making Jake look soft.
He's not responsible for Rob's death. He wasn't even back yet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Alicia is, like you said, she's too smart to be to be this naive. That's a great way to put her character, and it's like she's reacting emotionally, right? Mm-hmm. Which would make sense if she had but some type of evidence. And Nuck again should be top of her list of like, I need to go after him somehow. He's responsible for this shit, and I just can't figure it out. Like, it would be interesting if Quentin or Duda is the reason why Toussaint's son Tristan got arrested. They're both those characters are gone, but I mean, I guess that would be something. But it'd be hard to kind of make those characters relevant, at this point. Dolly is. Thank you, DeMarcus. Dolly's Tiffany's mother. I didn't even remember that. Okay, wait a minute. So let's see if I got this straight. So EJ's grandmother is taking care of 2 other kids that ain't hers, while Tiffany's not even taking care of her own kid. So again, let's think about this. So Keisha couldn't call Tiffany and say, hey girl, how about you take your own son back and these 2 other kids for the evening, just so if I can spend time with our baby daddy. So I can have, that should have been the scene. What's going on, girl? I got Nuck, your baby daddy, and Victor here putting together my crib for my new baby. Oh, okay. Well, tell Nuck I said hello. Could you please? That's what should have happened. Tiffany, could you come pick up your son EJ? Tell Nuck to pick up his son Ronnie. And hey, how about we call Shay over to get her child so we can act like. There you go, co-parenting, and there you go. That's how that should have went. And then yes, and then like, oh okay, and then now we can spend time together. But I would love for Tiffany to be like, wait a minute, you want me? What you want me and Nuck hear it? I got to take care of my baby, so therefore Emmett can have sex with my baby mama. Yes, that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. Make no mistake, yep. I'm gonna be fucking my baby mama, your baby mama. Yes.
Yep.
Oh my God, damn it! This show. Why did we not bring all that together? Oh, I don't know. And then it's a Freudian slip for Emmett to refer to Keisha as his wife, and then she goes, "No, actually, I'm not your wife." So,
oh, it's that. Well, that's leading up to they're gonna get married. You know that.
Because
I knew it when he said it. I was like, this is how Emmett is going to try to make Keisha shut up. I'm making you my wife, so now you can leave me alone about trying to help me to run the household. Yeah.
I put a ring on it. Now shut the hell up and take care of these kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do it. Oh. But what is Keisha doing for a job though? Like what
she's not doing anything as far as what we know, because remember, first she was in school, then she couldn't do that because EJ was too much, and then then she just stopped doing any. Was she a school teacher at one point or something?
Yes.
Yeah, and then what stopped? I don't know.
That's right. She was supposed to. That's right. She was supposed to be. She was supposed to be. She was like a teacher, and then she had problems with the staff, but then they liked her. Then she got fired because of like budget cuts or something. But
they said it was that, but it was because she was trying to change not the curriculum, but she was just trying to make suggestions about certain things, and they were like, "No, we don't need you in here doing that." Yeah.
So once they acknowledge that Ronnie is the EJ, we think EJ special needs. Is it EJ or Ronnie?
Yeah, EJ.
EJ, right? Like once we acknowledge that, then we can have her developing, which they kind of hinted before, like that she could do that. She like, I'm trying to develop a curriculum for like maybe autistic children, like my stepson and that kind of thing. And then that could like they could give her something. But like again, Jada used to be a nurse and she just stopped going to work. I mean, like what?
Yeah, it's like she got cancer, and that was I'm like, I work with plenty of people who had cancer. It's like it's called FMLA, like.
But I'm saying, but even after, but that's enough. Back to that thing. Once you have cancer and you beat cancer, you should be checked annually. How do you just wake up? Oh, it's metastasized. You're dying. Like, shouldn't you have been going to like checkups to see how this stuff is happening? It's not like she didn't know it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it could be like she was starting to feel something, right? So she went to the doctor. But this is the thing about cancer. Cancer can return at any moment. And what it does, it starts to run your body down, and then you start to feel like under the weather. But when you've had cancer before, you're supposed to run to the doctor when you feel that way, right? And so I think that that's what this was. Like she wasn't feeling well, and then she just went to the doctor. Because I think depending on the kind of cancer you had previously, you may have to go every 3 months, you may have to go every 6 months, something like that. But as a
former healthcare provider, you would think that she knows that, hey, you're on a schedule specifically to be tested for this thing just in case it comes back. It's just weird that they're like, this is usually what happens when you have a man who doesn't go to the doctor, and then it's like, I'm feeling sick. I'm not, and then you go, oh my God, you got colon cancer. You should have came in earlier. You're dead. You're dying in 2 months. Like that makes sense. But like her just to be like, oh my God, I'm dying of cancer. Get your affairs together. I'm like, this seems kind of quick. Keisha could be selling her cheese dip at Smokies. She had a cheese dip. I'm sure the market. I don't remember that. Okay. I remember that. Oh, but anyway, I just don't. I mean, Lynae needs to bring back the first 2 season writers. We said that plenty of times. Emmett gone proposed to Keisha after his mom dies. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too, because it's like you're not promised tomorrow, so we should go ahead and do this thing. Yeah, it's gonna be Darnell who tells him to do it, though.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's again, it's the only.
Because remember, Darnell wasted a lot of time not being there, being with Jada, and just kind of being out there, and then finally, it was like, no, I know I want to be with Jada. Yeah.
So again, how they try to rewrite the story, okay? But again, it's the only father he has, but it's hilarious to see him going to Darnell of like, how do I deal with relationships, Dad? How do I be a good father? I'm like, also rewriting story to season 1 and 2. Those other 2 baby mamas didn't come back. Those other kids that we saw around that table didn't come back. Even Damian, who's new, in essence, he wasn't there at the skating ring party, and his mom wasn't there. So it's like they're just rewriting history that it's just Emmett and the random children. It should have been Emmett, all his kids, and baby mamas to be like, we're a family. Again, it's just maybe certain actors couldn't be there. Good afternoon, hello Havana, how are you? Probably proposes before to see him getting married. I fear another time skip is coming. That's a good point too. He'll probably want to do it with his mom there.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah.
so she can almost walk him down the aisle and that kind of thing. And that's kind of like, but I would, as much as they've written them off, I would love to see what's her Dre. What was her mom? What was the Keisha's mom's name? She has to come back.
Nina.
Nina and Dre should come back for this, for not only the wedding but also the funeral, which will probably, you know, a wedding.
I feel like they're gonna bring them back for Jada.
I feel like if not for Keisha again, Keisha getting married and her two moms could come to see.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be like Jada's gonna be dying, right? She's gonna be on oxygen, and so then her Emmett and Keisha are gonna be getting married, and then Nina and Dre surprise everybody and come to the wedding, and then they stay to take care of Jada.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Dominique and Jamal storyline is replacing Jada and Darnell storyline, especially if Jada dies. I
can see that.
All right.
But they're trying to shuffle these people around because they did get rid of quite a few characters. So.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so, because a lot of them weren't going anywhere. Keisha might start OnlyFans. I think I don't know about, she's taking care of 3 kids and she's pregnant. I don't know about that right now. But if you're looking for someone with a stay-at-home business, I guess you're trying to. I get that. Maybe Tiffany with her feet. No, but she's running the weed / cigar bar.
Yeah. Mushrooms. The one that Alicia is actually, it's her money that opened it.
Yeah, right. So it would be to get back to this mushroom push. It would be interesting if they, considering she's pregnant, so she shouldn't be by any kind of smoke, that kind of thing. If she opens like some kind of mushroom place, and then so therefore she can sit around and be around it. I think that would be interesting. And what would Keisha think about Nuck and Tiffany being a couple? Like, I know she did try to bring it up, and that's the thing. But I would love to see if Keisha gets jealous the way Emmett is. The way he's like a little like, okay, she's pregnant, is she moving on with Victor? Like, if they're both jealous that their previous lovers are moved on with each other. To me
it seems like Keisha and Tiff, like, they just, why are they constantly sharing men? Like, what is this? Like,
well, I mean, it's more, I would say it's more, well, they're making the choice. I'm saying, like, Nuck, he didn't know that he got Keisha pregnant, once he found out he stepped up. But for someone to be like,
Tiff knows that Keisha used to mess with him.
Again, right. They have to make a choice to be like, I accept you, right? So that is kind of weird. And again, especially with Tiffany feeling like something about Rob, and she's making no effort to look into Rob's murder. Like, if she's feeling some kind of way about who really did it, and Alicia's just shooting anybody she can get her hands on, it would be nice to see these two characters like work at it, to be like, let's look into Nuck. Let's confirm, for a fact whether he was involved. So maybe she can move on with him without feeling some kind of way about it, if that's what she wants to do, or she tries to get rid of him. Tiff and Keisha are basically sister wives. Yes. And Emmett is like, he really could have had his own show, like Big Love. Like, it could have been Big Love featuring Emmett, but at least I didn't watch the show. But I feel like that father actually took care of those kids, like he actually provided. So that's not a good example, because Emmett ain't doing none of that shit. Not for all his family. No, he's not. Like, he's looking after Keisha at this point, and whatever kids happen to be in that house. I know some people like Emmett and Keisha as a couple. I'm gonna say, what the fucking truth is. Okay, after Keisha gives birth, she needs to leave Emmett for good. She should. I mean, to your point. I mean, she shouldn't have been with Emmett in the first place. I hear you. Emmett should be with nobody. I think he's, especially after Christian, after having a good man, and she moves on like this.
For like 10 seconds, though. I mean, she really wasn't with Christian that long. Like,
no, true, but I'm saying the character that they wrote, who she is, like, Emma's where she wants to be. Like, she started off with them with 2 baby mamas confirmed, Tiffany being the third chasing them down, and she was completely okay with that. And now she's right back there. So Emma's where she wants to be, regardless of whatever bullshit he puts her through.
That's who she started with, and that's who she's gonna end with.
Yeah. She don't want to do better. I mean, she probably could, but like she don't want to. So and that's a lot. But I hear you. It would be interesting if Nuck smoked Rashad, and this would have Reg and Trig go after Nuck.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah. All right. All right. Because I mean, he really is useless. So like when after he and Alicia roll up on Reg rolls up on Alicia's house as her security and her past lover. For him to be like, I'm just her security man. I don't know. He's like, you know who Reg is and what he's capable of doing. He knows where this woman lives, and instead of just shooting Reg to protect your clients / lover / source of everything, he's almost like, look here, bro, you can take care of that shit. We cool though, right? Like we're cool. Like you're giving up your employment over for Reg. Like what? This it don't make any kind of sense. Shot like you make bad decisions. Now he's gonna have to go live with Victor and pray that he's willing to give him a job.
I just need Todd to be off the show. I mean, what is the point of him?
I don't know. Keisha and Tiffany start a lesbian relationship. You know, I'm like, I wouldn't put it past a shot. I would not put it past a shot. And they're like, girl, we just need each other. And I would be like, you know what? Let's do this for about a season. And see what happens. That would be hilarious. Where else can they go with these characters? Is the question. I don't know. Just
this is one of those shows that doesn't know when to end. Just go off into the sunset, please. Like, why do you keep coming back?
Because we keep watching. I'm gonna say we because I'm doing it now. Come back and kill. Oh man, I want Sonny to kill Emmett the way Bakari killed Ronnie. That's what I want. I want Emmett to be like, I'm about to open a. Didn't he? Wait a minute. Didn't Duda help him open a Smokies in New York City or some shit? And like,
yep.
Remember?
And there was a pizza place out there too, right?
Oh no, that was Duda's.
Or was that only in? Okay.
That was Duda's thing, but he had a pizza chain that never went anywhere. But that would be hilarious. That Emmett's like, I got my Smokies, I got my kids, and Sonny's like, bam! I was like, oh shit! And he takes his restaurant back. I would be like, yes, Chris would love that shit. The Shy is actually a decent, so it's not DeMarcus. It's not. It started off as such, and we agree. Season 1 and 2 had a point. This is some ignorant shit, and they get further and further in the ignorance. Like no.
It's like they can't complete a storyline. That's the problem. It was like once Ronnie and Ronnie's grandmother died, the show should have ended. It was just no more. What else was there to really? But then I can see why they kept it going because they wanted the boys to grow up. So once the boys grew up and they graduated,
gone.
Then the show should have ended.
Yes.
Because remember, it started as a show of those 3 little boys,
Kevin,
and their journey in Chicago and in the ghetto of Chicago. So that's what the story started out as, these 3 little boys and how where they live impacts their lives every day. And then it just went off on its own tangent. And then now it just doesn't know when to end, even though the star that we started out with is gone.
Yeah.
That young man is gone.
Yeah. Because even he got tired.
Darnell plays Kevin. Yeah.
I like this. I like Dior. I like that idea because I feel
that might be true.
Kind of like Ronnie and Grandma, they're trying to get rid of the old guard, right?
Absolutely.
If Jada's it, really. Jada and Tracy, right? Really. So Jada dies of cancer. Darnell kills himself. That's probably the only way he died. He wants to die with her. He's gone, right? And then Tracy just doesn't come back anymore for some reason. And then now the old heads are Emmett and Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And Tiffany.
Yes.
And then and that's how they're trying to show it now. Like they're the matriarch and patriarchs of the community and how they lead the next generation, right?
Right.
But the next generation is Bakari, Lynae, Jake to an extent, like Papa to an extent. Like that would be the the next generation of the Emmets, right? but none of them have progressed in their own storyline where like they've gotten serious relationships, they're trying to develop, like they're still just kind of there. Like that would only make sense when those young adults have become into their own, and now they have their own life, and then they do look to Emmett and those kind of things for like that kind of mentorship because they've been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not there.
Like I feel like if you give Jake his fashion career, that moves him. No, seriously, like that's what he's good at. Let him do that. Kevin was good at video games. He's doing that. Papa is good at being a minister. Let him do that, and then he actually gets his own church because someone wants to invest in him. Like maybe someone sees his podcast and is like, you know what? I want to invest in you, and I'll give you your own platform to do that. And that gives him a, something that he's good at. He can do that, right? Because these three little boys need a good ending, right? Because we saw in the beginning how horrible it was for them where they grew up. But we need to see these boys actually leave the show and doing what they, as successes. That's what I mean. As successes, right? Let them go. And then in the show, like we need to go back. We need to go back to where she started her story at. Lena started was those three young men. Let's end it with those three young men. And that'll be a great ending, I think.
Yeah. Thank you, Dior. We've talked about this too. What the fuck does he do for money? Does he sell cars? Is there drugs? Like we don't even fully understand his criminal enterprise. But somehow
we don't even understand Nuck. Because he was trafficking, and now all of a sudden he's building, cribs with Tiffany. Like,
well, he's multifaceted. So like that's not. I mean, but his criminal enterprise is not very clear. In 7 seasons, like we're moving like as introduced as a pimp / sex trafficker, murderer of women, henchman, really. Now all of a sudden he's in charge of 6th Street Mall. We still, even under Duda, it wasn't very clear what the fuck they did for money besides steal some of the random good cars they have in their neighborhood. And I'm like, which ain't not very many. So it was just weird with all that. Anyway, we got plenty more episodes to go, another season to go. Emmett isn't a prize. No, he is not. But they treat him like such. All right, Kim. Any final words for this season or this episode? Excuse me.
No, not really. I'm just I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I love Lynn Whitfield, but I think her storyline needs to end soon. Because I'm kind of like, why is she still around? Like, you know, like why is she still on the show? And now you're bringing Felicia Rashad, and I just feel like maybe it's just me as a woman. We don't need two elder actresses on this show. I feel like they're gonna bump into each other unnecessarily. So if one is exiting, then I understand bringing in another, right? And do we know that Alicia is staying for the whole time? Like, is she gonna end this season, with Felicia? Is Felicia gonna be on the show to the end, or is this like a cameo? We see her next episode, then maybe the next episode, and that's it. We don't see her anymore. Like, what is her arc?
I feel like she's a guest star. I feel like she's a guest star because I thought Felicia Rashad was going to retire from acting in general.
She's you got to remember, she doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to now. And in this part of her life, she works when she wants to work, and I think that she picks and chooses what she wants to be involved in. And I think a lot of people, they respect Lena, and they'll get on the show, even if it's a guest starring role.
Yeah. Unless DeMarcus knows otherwise. I feel like she'll be in for a couple episodes and then she'll move on. I feel like Nuck, the only way Alicia leaves is when Nuck kills her. Like I feel like it's gonna circle around to that, or somehow she kills Nuck and then she feels like I've done it, like I resolved the issue, and then she moves on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if she's committed to the baby because it's Rob's legacy and that sort of thing, then she's gonna have to die if she's not gonna see that through.
I thought she was gonna have cancer, but no, they bring back Jada's cancer. like, what?
All kinds of cancer. It's all kinds of cancer. So, but I feel like I think that they've invested a lot into Nuck's development. So I feel like they need someone to be the villain. So if he's it, and you know, I feel like he knocks off Alicia, and Reg. I feel like Reg needs to go. I think he was something to keep people interested for season 7, but I do not need to see him for season 8. And if this is who he is, if this is the best he's going to give us, he needs to go, because he's just living off Jake now. So and that looks sad all the way around. Papa's mama wasn't in it much to begin with when Daddy was around.
Yeah, she was never.
It was just weird, like how she was just kind of like, they're like, where's Papa's fan? We said this many times, he's the least developed character of the 3 main characters, and he is further being pushed to the background. Like Charles, / Dre is getting more screen time and somehow a little bit more relevance, and that's sad. And I still don't know, like,
Bacardi too.
And Bacardi is, he has several storylines. He's developing, he's intertwining himself with other characters, with the main cast. Papa's just over here random as fuck. Still hasn't picked up the phone to call his friend Jake or text him or anything. I think DeMarcus pointed out, like, why hasn't he been like, hey, Reg is back? What? like that would be conversation. But anyway, we will Monty should come back now that Trig wants Tiffany and try to love.
No.
Sometimes he feels like a nut, sometimes he don't. Like that would be interesting. That was my joke. That was my joke. I was like, when I saw them 3 together, Nuck, Tiffany, and Victor, I was like, this is a perfect love triangle. Victor only needs 2 holes. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's fine. There's room. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. Anything else, Kim?
Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, we're doing Divorced Sisters tomorrow, right?
Actually, my grandson's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna be 2. So no.
We'll do it next week then. You're the only. I'm only doing it because you said you were good. I didn't know.
So we can do it next weekend, but I can't do it this weekend.
Next week. I'm saying. So Kim, as I said, Kim said the Divorced Sisters was good, or at least better than she thought, right? So far, that'd be fair.
Better than I thought. Yes.
So we were gonna start this weekend. We're gonna start next weekend, which is fine. So next Sunday we're gonna do Divorced Sisters. We're gonna do Ironheart. So a very strong Black woman Sunday. So we're gonna do both of those and get that going. So any of y'all who are looking for us to kind of review that, that's gonna be next weekend. And then we got nothing for tomorrow. So then we got BMF, and we got The Shy next week. So we got at least 4 videos for that. And then we got Head of State, the Amazon movie with Idris Elba and Cena. John Cena. So like that. So a lot of things are gonna be coming out. So we'll do any of that stuff. But anyway, Kim, thank you very much, and we will see you around. All right, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Divorced Sisters. You asked me what that is. Tyler Perry's new show is like Sisters. The other one, some shit. I don't know. I don't know if it's a spinoff or just part of the. I don't know. But it's some kind of Sisters. So we're gonna do that one. I'm gonna check it out. I haven't watched it yet. I'm beyond tired of Alicia's unhinged, noisy ass. Yeah, her character needs to go. The bitch needs to get in her fucking brain that Tiffany's body isn't hers. I don't know. That's a whole other thing. Who owns a baby? I don't know. Would the baby even be born? Maybe there's a terrible accident and there's a miscarriage. Maybe. Kim, what about this?
Yeah.
Nuck finally figures out that he needs to kill Alicia before Alicia kills him.
Okay.
He does a drive-by, hits Tiffany.
Oh.
The baby dies.
Oh. That would be horrible.
I think that would be a great story.
It would be fantastic because Alicia would have lost grandchild, Tiffany and Rob.
Well, no, again, Tiffany's fine. Tiffany's fine. But the baby dies. So that's what I'm saying.
Just the baby. Okay.
Just the baby. Just the baby. I mean, Tiffany's kind of important. She's definitely gonna be around as long as the show's around. But if the baby dies and Alicia, like, she knows it was Nuck, that would be something.
And do you think Nuck actually kills her, or does she get to kill Nuck?
I feel like he still gets her though. Like she's not that kind of engaging. Like, Nuck has more of a storyline to be had, but I would love to see that. Even if they don't know who it is, but it'd be interesting to see what happens to him. The fact that he's trying to be like, I want to be here for this baby. I feel kind of guilty, whatever. And similar to the Jamal situation where Alicia tries to step up, right? Nuck is like, oh my God. Like he, and then, like, how does that make Nuck feel? Maybe he kills himself. I mean, that would be interesting. If Tiff baby dies, I would feel bad. The streets, that streetwalker. Damn. Hope will never fit to be a mother. Damn. I don't know about that now. I mean, shit. That's rough. I mean, I would put Emmett more in the whole category. I think Tiffany
was a streetwalker. Like, Tiffany's not that bad. I mean, she had a momentary lapse in judgment when it came to, like, sleeping with men, but men sleep with women all the time. It's just because she's a woman and she's a whore. Why aren't men whores when they sleep with a whole bunch of different women, or they choose not to be in a, you know what I'm saying? Like, women, why can't we do that?
So I defended. So to this conversation, I defended Tiffany when she tried to get with Dante and them, because Emmett pushed her to that point. Emmett, but again, much like Keisha, you knew what you got before you married me. But I'm saying, but Emmett kept on fucking around, and Dominique was the last straw, and she was like, if that's how it's gonna be, then I'm gonna be out here fucking too. Then all of a sudden, she became the biggest hoe in the street. Emmett by far wears the biggest hoe crown on this show, like,
for sure,
for sure. And I'm surprised he has not had an STD, and it's just crazy that he hasn't got something. But anyway. So we're gonna do sisters. I'm sorry. Cool. All right, I'm gonna say bye to Kim again. Anyway, we're gonna do sisters again. I'm sure it's trash, but I still watch it. Well, thank you for that review. Sisters is good, so we'll see which one of you is correct. But I'm gonna start watching it this weekend. Tomorrow. I'm gonna start watching it tomorrow. I'm watching this African show that Stacey recommended. So that might be on this thing too. Anyway, guys, truly, thank you all for all the comments. This is hilarious. You're the only reason I still watch this show. I promise you. Because I said, fuck the shy. But you got me doing this. We're going to do Reasonable Doubt Season 3. If that even comes back this year, we're going to do that. Because, I mean, Tommy's going to be on it. We're going to say goodbye to Force and that sort of thing. So we got a lot of little content for you. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You'll be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You want to go there?
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
Anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just going to end this broadcast and say bye.